Hello. I'm wearing a dressing gown to keep warm because it's Warm Up Wednesday. It's a cozy little episode in the middle of the week. Let's get started, shall we?
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Yeah, so welcome back to, as promised, the midweek quarter-final episode. But we start before the quarter-final itself with the semi-final draw, just to, add that little bit of extra spice, knowing who we're going to play if we make it through. So let's find out. We're straight out of the pot, and we're playing, if we beat Nice, we will play Lille, which means potentially, unless Havre or Marseille can stop them, we wouldn't meet Paris Saint-Germain until the final, of course, if we made it there, which I'm hoping we will do. So that's good. That's good news. That's lovely to see. As the game was decided, now is a good point to say, because of course I've just started recording a video. So, right, as you may know, the game today is that quarter-final against Nice, as just mentioned. So let's go get into it, shall we? And as suspected, Havre AC could not stop Paris Saint-Germain, so they are into the semi-finals. So looking more and more likely that if we get through, we're going to be playing them. I've clicked on Lucas Paqueta by accident. The team today is going to be as such. Because it's the Cup and not the League, Jerome Onguene can actually play today without being registered. So it's our first chance to see our new signing in action. So that does mean if we make it through this and the semi-final, he will only be able to play 3 games this whole half a season. I hope that goes down well with him. Other than that, the defensive situation is still the same. It's actually really good that we can play on Gwen because Yang has picked up enough yellow cards to get himself a naughty little suspension. Parola is on the way back though, so that's good to see that we're going to have options again. Tierney not too far from being fit again, so soon we'll have options back and we'll have our strong back four back for the run-in at this business end of the season. Other than that, we are going with a pretty full strength team, even though we've got another game in the midweek. So Kepa, Mbabu, Nguene, Castro, Rossi are still playing left back for now. Kakara in behind Paqueta and Aouar, Trincao, Vinny Jr. and starting Ruben Neves, his first start for us. Obviously, really just want to see him develop because he's a prospect. Really, he's a really good looking prospect. He's come on 3 times off the bench, not scored yet, has some good chances. So today I'm expecting to see him get a bit of a goal. Get a full goal. And Gwen's going to get number 4 just to, hopefully appease him a little bit. I think that's Diallo's old number. He's pleased to be making his debut, so that's good to see. And we go into the game. I'm not sure how long this episode's going to be. It could be very short. We've got to play Amin Guri again, who is a player mentioned previously. Didn't sign him because he doesn't enjoy big matches. So hopefully that comes its benefit for us today because this is a big match. And we should show him onto his weaker foot. I think you're right. See, Nice would have been a bigger challenge if we hadn't signed Kasper Dolberg off them at the start of the season. So that's really helped here. So pleased with that. Again, they're asking things. I'm going to send the assistant because I do all the other press conferences, apart from the ones when you're here, because I don't want to waste your time looking at press conferences. Let's have a look at the Nice team that we are facing today. Good form recently. Pedersen, who is actually a player on loan from us, is playing on the right-hand side. He's the player who's naturally a centre-back but has no technical defensive attributes, but can also play right wing. He's a strange child. As we've got a highlight within the first minute, corner goes in, and Gwen going for his first goal on his debut. That would have been a sight to behold after last episode's, let's call it kerfuffle. It goes back into the box, it's not good, and Benitez collects for now. I don't think that's going to be the full highlight though, so let's stay with it, see what happens. Ball is launched forward over the top. Castro winning in the air. Good stuff. Kakare to Trincao now. Trincao look for the option forward. There is Aouar making that run ahead of him out wide like a good little attacking Mazzala. Back into Trincao. Trincao with a bit of space. Into Neves, and Neves gets a goal on his start. I said it. I've lost my voice. Sorry about that. Lost my voice for a second. I was so excited because a minute ago, just before the game, I said it's starting him, so I expect to see him get a goal, and that's lovely. Trincao gets the assist for that as well. Awar involved in the build-up. That right-hand side is lethal. Another corner. I didn't have to wait long for that. Castro with a header just over the bar. Castro GX is a slippery one in the box. Did you like that? No? Cool. Good. Something else to mention as well as Pedersen over here on the right-hand side, being on loan from us. Jean Lucas is a player we sold in the summer to this club, and apparently we've got another player on loan here. Like I said, we've got so many players on loan, I can't keep track of them all, but half of them are playing against us in the French league, but they can't do it. They can't quite muster us. They can't get one over on us, even when they do play us in League 1. Although Pedersen there's done well. That ball forward though disappointing for Nice, although they're called Jim up here. Not really sure why that says Jim. Maybe they're just really into working it out. Who knows? Apparently, according to the press conference that I did, but not the one in the tunnel, the one before the game, they do have a new manager, because teams in this league have been sacking their managers for fun recently. Monaco just sacked their manager after they got knocked out in the French Cup quarterfinals. So shows you how important that is. And that pass was wayward. I'm going to demand a little more, because you don't like to see terrible passing. As Guri has an effort just wide, and we don't want to see anything too close of a game. We don't want to see a challenge, do we? Rosier lacking in rating apparently. Again, makeshift. Only a little while longer. I promise you, Rosier. Only a little while longer until you can go back to being a replacement right back when we need you. Guri, we must have kicked him because he's lost a lot of energy. Or they didn't rest their players. Obviously, we did a rest because our last game was 3 days ago. It looks like they didn't, so that's their own fault. So far, so good. And Gwen's demotivated because I've told him not to get complacent. I'm going to tell him I have faith. He doesn't care. I'm going to tell everybody they have faith just to make sure nobody's left out. And Gwen's demotivated because I said don't get complacent when we're only winning 1-0 and we've seen them go close. Well, he's trying to make an impression on his debut, and he is. Is that Arnautovic? Marko Arnautovic has come on for Nice. Things you didn't think you'd see today. Well then, don't know what to do with that information. I guess just carry on as we are. So far, 60 minutes gone. Not a lot has happened. This is looking like it might be, I was going to say a very short episode, but there is an Arnautovic hitting the crossbar. So if we could, not that. So far, I need more goals before I can do anything. Vinny Jr. is having a bit of a stinker out there, so going to bring on Cherky, unless of course we're going to score here. Vinny Jr. doesn't get anywhere near it. He's closed down very quickly by two players. Castro into Cacaret, Cacaret back to Castro. They're playing it between them now as Castro moves back into his central position. Neves comes deep to collect. Get Awar involved into Vinny Jr. who's just coming off the pitch. Well then, that was a lovely move, you got to say. Like I said earlier in the season, when I changed it from false 9 to complete forward, I still had faith that the striker would come deep enough to lose the centre-backs and collect the ball. And he does. He links up with the attacking Zala in Awar, and who links up with the inside forward of Vinny Jr. just to create those triangles, overload the centre-backs. We'll keep Vinny Jr. out there for a little bit longer now that he's got a goal. Although these three are tired, so we might have to do a triple change in the 80th minute, or if we score a third, I'll do it now. And Gwen with a goal on his debut. You love to see it. Good one, Jerome. I hate to tell you that you're not going to be starting any more matches until the next cup game. So enjoy it, Jerome. Oh God, he's going to be pissed off. I've been debating whether to get him a loan move, but I just don't think it's worth it. We do have a game, like I say, in 3 days, so these three vital players that are tired. Paqueta can be placed with Moambe, so he's not as important. So we're going to bring Asaf on for Trincao and Cherky for Vinny Jr. Otherwise, is there anybody else who is really desperately needed? Castro, but we don't have any centre-backs to bring off. So we will bring we'll bring off a while, will we? No, I think we'll save that third sub just in case. The rest of the squad, we've got a bit of depth. apart from the defence. But again, we don't have depth on the bench today for them, so we'll press that man. And yeah, hold on, 3-0. Looks comfortable now. It was a bit shaky when we was only 1-0 and they hit the bar. But here we are, 3-0 up. Valentin Rozier's on the right-hand side trying to get involved as well. Comes out here to his natural right-back position. Gets it back to Cacaret, who gets it to Aouar, back to Cacaret. Finds a ball, back out to Rozier, still out of his natural right-back position. After that, throw it into Cherky, who grabs a goal as well. And 4-0, looks very comfortable. Like a really fluffy pillow. Oh, isn't that nice? Just think about it. Like I say, it's a cosy warm-up Wednesday episode. Are you wearing your dressing gown? Leave a comment. Tell me if you're wearing your dressing gown. How cosy was today's episode? Were my tones dulcet enough? Who knows? Who knows? I tried to mellow the mood. After last episode's utter shambles and outbursts of anger, today a lot more quiet. What a great team performance that is. Asaf the only one not to get a rating at all. I'm assuming if he did get a rating it would have been above 7. Brilliant win for us, as the neighbours are trying to ruin my cosy episode by banging around, but we're not going to let them, are we? No. Good team talk as well. I just said they did well because they won 4-0. Easy. That's one way to provide them. Absolutely superb. And we move on. And so, after that lovely little win, we've got a few games, only 3 games in between now and the semi-finals. I've got to play Lille twice, but they may as well stay. They may as well stay over. We'll get the airbed out and they can stay over because we're playing them at home twice in 3 days. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare for them. Transit, I don't know. I think French transit's probably much better than British transit because of, not being privatised. But that's another issue entirely. Next episode will be on Friday. It'll be a little semi-final and a little bit of Saint Etienne in the league as we head, like I say, into the business end of the season. Currently, we are still in the chase, 6 points behind Paris Saint-Germain, so we need them to lose 2 games while we just win every game, which we have been doing. I forgot to mention in between last episode and this episode, we beat Strasbourg 4-0 as well. So, yeah, enjoy that information. And subscribe, like, enjoy the information. And I'll see you in a few days for some semi-final action.